this isn't something that you don't see very often either, the exercise park over there.
Yeah, they just put that in a couple of years ago. It was a really good idea. We don't really have a public gym here in Avalon, and a lot of people were asking, you know, why doesn't somebody open a public gym here, because there's no place to work out. So the city came up with that idea to have a free little workout trail, and it kind of goes all through the canyon. There's little pieces of equipment all up the canyon so people can walk this beautiful trail and stop and exercise, and it's a pretty good idea.
Great idea, great idea.
Here's our Christmas tree lot. Christmas trees just arrived yesterday on the barge, and people are gobbling them up. And this is our school here to our right. Avalon School is K through 12, all on the same campus. It's a small school. There's only about 650 students total, all grades combined. But it's a really nice school. It's part of the Long Beach Unified School District.
The high school?
The high school's in the back there. All the other grades are here in the smaller buildings in front. Last year's graduation for high school, last school years anyway, was 47 students.
47, oh wow.
So it's a pretty small school. And there's been graduating classes in the teens, you know, in the past, so it's a pretty small school. So the big casino building that's down there in the harbor, I pointed out, that's actually the second version of that casino building. Wrigley built the first one right away. It was completed in 1921, but it was a lot smaller. And Avalon got really popular really fast, and they outgrew that first casino. So they took it down, and they built that larger one in 1929. The original building didn't completely go to waste, though. They brought it out here, reassembled it, and that's the framework of it right there to our right. They brought it here to Avalon Canyon, and they turned the old casino building, which they used to call the Sugarloaf Casino, they turned that into a giant bird cage.
Isn't that neat?
And they built this whole bird park around it. It was like a big zoo. The big main cage was the centerpiece of the zoo, but there was exhibits all around. They had over 800 species of exotic birds here in this bird park, and they didn't charge any admission. It was free. And people would love to come here and see all those birds. It had to close in 1966, though, and they transferred all the birds to the Los Angeles Zoo. And this sat empty for a long time, but it just, in recent years, they put a playground in that main bird cage. So now it's being used by a preschool. It's on the other side of it, so now it's a playground rather than a bird cage. But it's a pretty nice facility, and this building was, it's of course a landmark and a historic building. It needs a little updating. They got rubber trees growing in the roofing tiles, but maybe someday. But you'll notice the front of the building too. Front of the building has the beautiful tile work on it. Catalina Island, or Avalon I should say, is known for its beautiful tile work. They started making tile and pottery here back in the early 1920s. When William Wrigley Jr. was doing a lot of construction, he discovered there was clay on the island that they could use to make bricks and tiles and pottery. So that was one of the ways he provided additional jobs to the locals, by making their own building materials right here on the island rather than importing them from the mainland. He also opened a big furniture factory, and for a lot of the original buildings and hotels, they made their own furniture right here on Catalina Island. So that's pretty cool.
Is that still alive too?
No, they all kind of closed down in the 1930s when, you know, they were kind of done with the main part of the construction of the city. Then they